What's going on, Master Duel fans? James here again. We got us a new challenger approaches moment, and courtesy of the new shop with the new packs, Exodia slash Millennium, an in-depth guide of Exodia support and the Millennium. And of course, with the hand, it's absolutely fine. Set 3, and normal summon Harpist and pass. Okay, there we go. The new Millennium cards. In order for you to play the game of Millennium, you have to rely on the Exodia pieces as well as the new Millennium support in terms of being in the back row. And once summoned, they gain supernatural effects, depends on which Millennium you summon. So, first things first, on behalf of what goes on with the support. For the Exodia, you have the one fusion, and you also have the break the seal, if I recall correctly, that it's one of the newer ones. And if it's not one of the new ones, we'll still go over the card regardless. But you have 2 of the new traps, 2 of the new spells, Obliterate Blaze and Millennium Ankh. So we're going to go over the Exodia parts first, and then we will transition over to the Millennium. The Unstoppable Exodia Incarnate. Level 10, questionable attack, no defense. As a spellcaster fusion that takes 5 Forbidden Ones. If you're wondering about how to summon this thing, it's courtesy of Millennium Ankh, which we will get into. The Unstoppable Exodia Incarnate. Can't be killed by opponent's card effects once per turn. If this card battles during damage calc, make this card gain attack equal to your life points, and that is permanent. Once per turn, when a spell trap card or the effect of a spell trap is activated as a quick effect, you can negate the activation. Once per turn during the end phase, you can set 1 Exod or Obliterate spell trap from your deck. Once per turn during your standby, lose 1,000 life. Break the seal. You can activate one of those effects. Place 1 Break the Seal from your deck or graveyard face up on your field. Send 2 face up Break the Seal you control to the grave, including this one. Add 1 Forbidden 1 monster from deck to hand. And if for some reason this card on the field gets killed, you can reveal up to 5 Forbidden Ones. Return that many cards your opponent controls to the hand. Each effect once. Exod Fires of Rage. Always treat it as an Exod and Obliterate card. If you control a level 10 or higher Exodia, not hard to do, all from these 2 being the Legend and the Unstoppable. The case is destroy everything your opponent controls. If this card is in your graveyard, except the turn that it was sent there, Breakthrough Skill Clause, you can banish it, trigger one of the 2 effects. And either of those effects results you each effect of exiled hard ones, being the obliterate and the graveyard effect. You either add one forbidden one monster from deck or graveyard to hand. Otherwise, shuffle up to 5 forbidden one monsters from your grave and or banishment into the deck. Obliterate Blaze. 1 level 10 or higher Exodia monster anywhere on the field in its original name gains these supernatural effects. Pay half, destroy everything in the spell trap zones as possible, then equip 5 forbidden ones from your hand and or deck to this card as equip spells that each give it 2,000 attack. Also, you cannot activate other cards effects for the rest of this turn. And then pierce battle damage, pretty sweet. Millennium Ankh. If this card resolves, you literally win. Show 5 forbidden one monsters, being the Exodia pieces, just so that you can end up special summoning the unstoppable Exodia incarnate from your extra deck. Then shuffle face-up monsters you control into the deck except Exodia monsters whose original levels are 10 or higher and Millennium monster cards. Also, you cannot summon for the rest of this turn. After activation, shuffle this card into the deck instead of sending it to the graveyard. Okay, that is crazy card. So, transitioning over to the Millenniums. If there's any monster, spell, or trap that involves the new support in terms of back row in it, we will go through this together. For the Millenniums, in terms of the Millennium in the card text, you have Maiden, Fiend Reflection, Shield, Golem, Sengenjin, Heart of the Blue Eyes, Wedju Temple. Yeah, it's literally those. So you have 6 new Millennium monsters. And then, aside from reading Ankh earlier, you also got the Wedju Temple, and Sengenjin has that retrained errata text now where it's always treated as a Millennium. In-depth guide on the Millenniums. Maiden, Fiend Reflection. Yeah, so these two are both illusions. Shield is a warrior, courtesy of Millennium Shield. Golem, it's basically Millennium Golem as a rock. Sengenjin, Beast Warrior. And, of course, Blue Eyes White Dragon, but the heart version. Maiden of the Millennium, as well as Fiend Reflection. Both are illusions that says if it battles a monster, neither of them can be killed by that battle, and then each of the following effects once. If this card is in your hand, you can place it in your face-up spell trap as a continuous spell. So basically, the whole entire Millennium support, including Sengenjin, can all place themselves back in the back row. So that's the only common effect that they share the same thing. And once again for Maiden, level 4, Light Illusion, 1500 attack, 1300 defense. Also, when it comes to your opponent activating cards or effects in which it enables to make Millenniums special themselves and they gain supernatural effects. So in this one, one special summon. For the rest of this turn, your opponent cannot target level 5 or higher illusion or spellcasters you control within card effects. So pretty good on the anti-target protection. Fiend Reflection of the Millennium. Level 4 Wind Illusion. 1300 attack, 1400 defense. In this one, once special summon, gain life points equal to half the attack of one monster anywhere on the field. Shield of the Millennium, literally the same stats as the OG Millennium Shield. Level 5 Earth Warrior, no attack, 3000 defense. Shoutouts to Rebecca Hawkins in terms of Millennium Shield. Well, technically, obviously, when it comes to the real OGs of the anime cards, it's basically a Solomon thing to some degree. Can't be killed by spell trap effects. To get around that thing, monster effects. And in this one, in terms of pay 2,000 life or reveal one Millennium Ankh, that's what the new support is all about. Once special summon, add one Millennium Ankh from deck to hand. So Stratos specifically for the power source for the sake of Exodia. Golem, that guards the Millennium. Treasure. Same stats as Millennium Golem, level 6 Earth Rock, 2000 attack, 2200 defense. The activation of your Millennium Ankh cannot be negated. So once this is face up, no Solemn Judgment, no Curse Seal, no card or effect that says negate the activation, nothing. In this one, one special summon, Stratos of Wedju Temple, specifically for Wedju Temple. So basically, this is your terraforming. Sengenjin wakes from a Millennium. Same stat lineup as the OG Sengenjin. Level 8 Earth Beast Warrior. 2750 attack, 2500 defense. Can't be killed by monster effects. To get around that thing, spells and traps. In this one, once special summon, add one Millennium monster from deck to hand. So this is the Stratos of Millennium monsters. Heart of the Eyes of Blue. Same stat lineup as Blue Eyes White Dragon. This card is always treated as a Millennium card. Control of this card cannot switch. So that means no snatch steal, no creature swap, anything that says stealing cards in any shape or form, you can't. Discard this, add one Millennium Ankh from deck to hand, and it is the Stratos of Millennium Ankh once more, and that effect is hard once. If this card is in your graveyard and you have successfully activated Millennium Ankh throughout this whole entire duel, and your opponent normal or special summons monsters more than one that is level 8 or higher or has 3000 or more attack, you can send that monster to the graveyard, and if you do, special discard. And that effect is one time only. Wedju Temple, the field spell. During your main phase, place one monster from your hand in your spell trap zone as a face-up continuous spell, then place one Millennium monster from your deck in your spell trap zone as a face-up continuous spell. Hard once, and then if a face-up Millennium monster is more than one, you control gets killed by battle or card effect, you can place it in your spell trap zone as a face-up continuous spell instead of sending it to the graveyard. And that is basically the Millennium / Exodia support to cover Maiden, back row, to set a monster, probably the, well, technically, is it Golem sets? Actually, no, I'm sorry, because if it were to be a Golem, it would have been one tribute for that matter, so it can't be Golem. Channeler, discard Hunting Ground for Perfumer, Maiden, Perfumer for Alluring Mirror Split, a Z Shoken into Chidori. Bottom of the deck goes to set monster, Chidori top decks Maiden, 17, 19, Harpy Conductor, Harpist for Oracle, and pass. And that is the in-depth guide to Exodia / Millennium. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you haven't already, smash the notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. Also, if you are a brand new player and or returning player after 1 month of missing gameplay, use my campaign code in the description below so we can reach our goal for other prizes for the campaign code materials. Catch you guys next time.